You are dangerously targeted by your enemies. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, you are dangerously targeted by your enemies. I need somebody to drop in the comments and say, you will never take me down. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, you will never take me down. Understand this right here, y'all. If you are being dangerously targeted, you got to move more careful than the average individual. I'm going to say this once again. If you are dangerously targeted, you got to move more careful, more precise, more pristine than the average person, because people are looking for your flaws. And we all got them. Right? People are looking for your imperfections. Once again, we all have them. And if they look long enough, they're going to find something. It's not to say you did something wrong or inhumane. It's just to say that when you are being targeted, you got to move extra careful. Think about the celebrities who you see on TV or who we see on social media. You know how careful they got to move? They got to watch who they date, watch who they sleep next to, watch who's in their circle, watch who's around them, watch who they doing business with. They are targeted, all right? And that's the same thing with yourself. You are targeted. Have lately you felt like no matter how much I try to stay out the drama, the messiness, the gossip, all right, those bad situations, whatever the case is, somehow, some way, a person drag or attach your name to it. Yeah, you're being targeted, all right? Do you feel like people watch you more than everybody else? I don't care if you at the library, the store, the family reunion. Y'all know I was going to say it. I don't care wherever it is you were, y'all, whatever organization you are attached to, some reason they watch you more than others. Family, it's because they don't want your fruits to be multiplied. They don't want your gifts to get out into the world. And they don't want you to have a pristine name and reputation in front of so many people who have reverence for you. This is why they target you, because they're trying to say, hey, y'all, he or she is not what y'all think they are. But family, everything they see is exactly what they get. And that's why they're so mad. So yes, family, you're being dangerously targeted when you have nothing but great intentions for people, but somehow, some way they're speaking negatively on your name or about you. All right. And so with that being said, y'all, we're going to speak about it. All right. I know I got a lot of chosen ones on here who's being dangerously targeted. Drop in the comments and let me know if that's you. But family, we're going to get directly into this video. We are right here on the Reno Speech Life channel. All right. If y'all haven't, be sure to go over to the other channel, subscribe and like to that channel as well, if anything resonate to you. All right. I don't want no freebies. And yes, y'all be sure to leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Reno, what you got going on today, man? So today, y'all, I'm back with another one. I haven't ate nothing yet. Reason being is because I just wanted to get directly into the content because I missed yesterday and I missed 2 days actually on my other channel because I needed to take a mental break and an emotional reset. All right. For those who are hearing me say this, yes, y'all, I said it again on this channel. I got, multiple channels that I am managing. So I try to keep everybody up on game. All right. But with that being said, I hope y'all are having a great day. Drop in the comments. Let me know what y'all ate. Drop in the comments. Let me know what y'all got going on. And we're going to get right into this banger, y'all. Number one. The reason why you are dangerously targeted by your enemies is because of character assassination. Okay? Character assassination. Family, they're trying to assassinate all great things about your character. All right? People respect you just off of your face card alone. Okay. And see, what happens is, y'all, other people who dislike you or those who are envious of you, they're going to spread so much negativity, all right, about you to other people for no apparent reason. It's not the fact that people just hate you and solely you. They hate how everybody view you. If you think about the most popular person in school, especially if they have a good heart and they're good people just in general, the only thing is they got some local fame, or maybe he's the fastest person on the track team, or she's the best basketball player on the team or at the school. They're going to have some prestige, all right? The people who dislike them actually hate how people look at them more than their own dislike. You follow what I'm saying? So it's not the fact that they just dislike you or they just hate you. They hate how everybody praise you, appreciate you, congratulate you, give you love, give you support, and help build up their repertoire of yours. You follow what I'm saying? So guess what they got to do? Assassinate your character. Go to friends and tell them how bad you are. Go to family members and tell them how terrible you are. They got to put bad narratives out here in the world. All right. This is why you got to control your own narrative. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. Control your own narrative. Because when people don't have a story, y'all best believe they're going to make one. I say this all the time. And so in order to make a story, all right, that's 100% falsifying, they got to assassinate some character around here. Yeah, they got to try to delete the good memories of you in people's mind. And some people will never forget. But for the most part, y'all, he who controls the media controls the mind. All right, I'm going to say that once again, y'all. He who controls the media controls the mind. All right, think about when Kanye was going on these rants before he just went straight AWOL, right? I believe a lot of people was trying to assassinate his character. Once again, before he went AWOL, okay? What did they say about Kanye? He's crazy. Listen, y'all, the quickest way to counsel somebody is by calling them crazy, okay? Because if I call them crazy, everything they say from here on out is unincredible, all right? I can't trust you. I've already assassinated your character because people think you're crazy, dog. And a lot of people are going to say the same thing about you, all right? If you think about an unaccredited school, what is an unaccredited school, Reno? That's a school who may bear a degree, but the degrees mean nothing, all right? And that's just my own paraphrase version of that. They may bear a degree. You may be able to graduate with a degree, but it won't mean anything because of the unaccredited school. That's the same thing with the person. Who did the information come from, Reno? Oh, it came from Lil Head Ray? Nah, bro, he unaccredited. We can't listen to him. We can't follow him. We can't take what he's saying. His word ain't bond. You follow what I'm saying? And that's what they're trying to do. So when you are being dangerously targeted, it's because they're trying to assassinate your character, all right? And they're trying to make you uncredible. That makes sense, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. Number 2 is going to be this right here. You stand out amongst many, okay? You stand out amongst many. Listen, y'all, you don't fit in. You was born to stand out. And it's so difficult for people to accept that. They think that you're arrogant. They think that you're trying to be superior. They think that you're better than other people, or they think that you think you're better than other people. You follow what I'm saying? But in actuality, you just being you. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm just being me. And just being you is not a crime. It's not a sin. All right? It's natural. Once again, y'all, just being you is not a crime. It's not a sin. It's only natural. I was just watching the movie last night or 2 nights ago on my break, and it was called 12 Years a Slave. Now, I know my people, don't kill me for this, but this was my first time ever seeing this movie, right? I've seen a plethora of different slavery movies like Roots, Mississippi Burning. Like, I've seen the bad treatment of black people back in the day, but this was my first time seeing it, right? And I was appalled. By the way, I see why it was an Oscar winner, not nomination, but winner, right? And so with the guy who was a free man, he was born a free man. With him, when they tricked him into slavery, or when they sold him into slavery, however they did it, y'all, they drugged him, and he woke up in chains, right? He was a free man. This is a true story, by the way. But all the other slaves he was around, he stood out. Yeah, he stood out. Why is that, Reno? Because he was smarter than everybody else. He had intelligence. He was not a black person who could not read or write. See, back in the day, especially in the South, the slaves could not read or write. He could read, he could write. He was smart. He was smarter than some of the slave masters, okay? And it caused him to be targeted dangerously. Yeah, they beat him, slapped him, moved him from home to home, slave master to slave master. They did all things to him. because he stood out. See, if you're the type of person who don't stand out, then people are going to kind of look over you. Yeah, if you happen to be the type of person who people don't look over, I'm sorry, you stand out. You stand out. Most times it's your intelligence, it's how well you speak, it's your demeanor, how you carry yourself. It can be a hairdo. It can be something special or unique about you that makes you stand out. But family, when you stand out, you cannot you cannot undo it. All right? They can't unsee who you are once you show them who you are. All right. But yes, y'all, number 2 is you stand out amongst many. All right. And this is why you are dangerously targeted. I'm going to say this last thing, y'all, because I have a real strong point on this. If you take 20 cars and make them all white, black, brown, and put 2 red in there, what cars are going to stand out? It's going to be the 2 red cars. There can be 2 beat up Toyotas or Hondas. Don't matter. They stand out because of the color, okay? It can be white Bentleys, brown Chevys, black Cadillacs, don't matter. Those 2 red shiny cars are going to stand out. That's the same thing with yourself. Number 3 is going to be this right here, y'all. You have a clean record, all right? You have a clean record. Nobody wants to put a stain on somebody's record, right, more than the person who is undefeated. Think about Floyd Mayweather, undefeated. Everybody want a shot at putting the stain on his record. They don't care about beating a person who already done lost 2, 3, 4, 5 times, all right, 6 times. Honestly, y'all, if a person lose 1 time, they're like, all right, cool. You're not as appealing as the person who have a 0 beside that 50, who got a 0 beside that 30. Yeah, I want the person who never lost. I want the person who's undefeated. It's almost like taking somebody's virginity, okay? Of course, y'all, I'm talking from a adult standpoint, but I'm just saying, it's the purity in it. It's the purity. Reno, what are you saying right now? You have a clean record. You ain't hurt nobody. You ain't did nothing wrong to nobody. And even if you have, you always wrong, or you always right your wrongs, all right? By taking accountability and just doing the right thing. Having good intentions, just being a good person to good people. You follow what I'm saying? And even to some bad people when you didn't even have to, you know. But the point is, y'all, is that you got that clean record. They're trying to put a stain on you. All right. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm going to remain clean. Yes, family, you got to have that mentality. Don't allow them to stoop you down to their level, because now you're taking the low road. All right. Number 4 is going to be this right here, y'all. Jealousy. Yeah, y'all, jealousy. We got to mention this when it comes to you being dangerously targeted. Going back to 12 Years a Slave, he was also a person who everybody had jealousy and envy for because of his intelligence and his knowledge and his articulation skills, being able to understand. He can read and write. So he knows when things are right. He knows when things are wrong. And you just have a high level of understanding. So that made a lot of people jealous of him, especially those who were considered to be superior to him, right? But I want to even take it to this route right here. I know a lot of people done seen Paid in Full, the movie, right? But Money Making Mitch, his uncle was jealous of him. Why? Because you are my sister's son, which means I'm your uncle, you my nephew, and you won't give me no money. And I believe he gave him some money, but he's smoked it all up, right? He spent it on rocks. I mean, you spent it on crack, man. So people can't keep giving you money, Ice. And so with that being said, y'all, he became very jealous of Money Making Mitch because of what Money Making Mitch had. Money, power, respect, all right, status. And so that bred a lot of jealousy. And it became to the fact of where he began targeting, Money Making Mitch, to where he took his little brother, right? That was a target. I'm going to take the thing that means the most to you so I can get what I want. That was a target. You follow what I'm saying? Drop in the comments and let me know. If somebody was to abduct, all right, and this is all hypothetical, okay, I hope YouTube don't flag this or anybody take this personal, but if somebody was to abduct, once again, hypothetically, abduct the president's daughter or son, their children, right? that would be targeting the president because you know that that means a lot to him. You follow what I'm saying? Same thing in this case, y'all. When people are jealous of you, they will target you, things around you, things you love, things that you are connected to. All right? Just to get at you, all behind the jealous emotion. Number 5, which is the last one, it's going to be this right here, y'all. You're too powerful. Okay? You are too powerful. All right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm truly him. And if you are her, okay, drop in the comments and say, I'm truly her. But yes, y'all, you are powerful. All right? If you think about an independent organization that's looking to overthrow the government, yes, y'all, I said it. Once again, hypothetically, all right? But an independent organization looking to overthrow the government, don't you think that's going to be a threat to the government? You're trying to overthrow something that's powerful. You're trying to overthrow something that prints money. You're trying to overthrow something that has regulation and authority over its community. So, yeah, we got to take you out. We're going to target you. Okay, we're going to target you from every great delegator, from every great civil rights leader, from every great leader overall. Okay, authors or people who are in pharmaceuticals, people like Dr. Sebi. The list goes on, y'all. All right, the list goes on. You're going to be a dangerous target. All right. Because you're too powerful. You're able to change nations. You're able to change regulations. You're able to change rules. You're breaking rules. You're showing people a new way. All right? You are transforming minds. You become too powerful. But see, the funny thing is, y'all, there is a group that's trying to overthrow the government. It's called BRICS. And a lot of people probably don't know or remember this, but BRICS is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. I'm going to say this once again, y'all. This is real life stuff. Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. And they're trying to overthrow the American dollar. You follow what I'm saying, y'all? But guess what? They're too powerful. So this is why you have, and I don't know too much on a politically correct level, but what I do know is they don't want too much smoke, especially with China, especially with these big countries who have so many allies. They don't want too much smoke. That's why they are being politically correct. All right. That's why they're being politically correct. They don't want smoke with China. All right. They don't want smoke with Russia. They don't want smoke with these big countries, these big organizations, these big, countries overall, because that's going to cause a huge war. All right. But when you see something like this, y'all, it's because they're too powerful. So, America are really bullies. So what they would do is, we just gonna straight dismantle your whole group. Why you haven't seen anything like this with BRICS? If anything, they may be doing business with certain people, but yeah, they ain't trying to cause no problems. Not because they're scared, but because it wouldn't be a good political move. That's what I'm saying, y'all. But that's power, and that's the same thing you have. You're too powerful. So guess what? You're gonna be dangerously targeted in other ways. All right. They may not even come to you. All right. They may handle certain things otherwise around you, things that you are connected to, all right, people that you are connected to. But when you're too powerful, they have to target you in some way, shape, form, or fashion, y'all. But with that being said, family, that's going to conclude today's video. Once again, you are dangerously targeted by your enemies. Number 1, character assassination. Number 2, you stand out amongst many. Number 3, you have a clean record. Number 4, jealousy. And number 5, y'all, you're too powerful, all right? With that being said, y'all make sure y'all go over to the Rich Mentality Academy, join the membership, go meet your tribe. Y'all get you a Yes Sir t-shirt or a Yes Sir hoodie. Be sure to book a one-on-one session with your boy, or y'all can check out any one of my books. I'm going to catch you in the next video. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.